originally from South Carolina. That's a long story, why I'm in Texas. I don't have time for that. I'm an author, a mentor, creative speaker, a wife of one, a mother of five, a grandmother of seven, a great-grandmother of one, child of the king, a sister, daughter, auntie, a friend, a neighbor. So I answer all the questions you might have in your mind. But mostly I am whole. All the other things I describe of what happened to me after. But really who I am a whole individual. I am a confident woman who knows my purpose after struggling for so many years with my identity, trying to figure out where I belong. And as a child, I had a dream. I had many dreams. I wanted to be a veterinarian. I loved animals. I also wanted to be an artist. I love drawing. And I also love writing poetry. But none of those things happened in my life. And I'll explain that later on to you. But the turning point in my life came, and I'm go back, okay? None of those happened in my life. And I carried those dreams in the inside for all my years. I left home at the age of 16, got married at the age of 16, and I'm not going to tell you how old I am now. That's irrelevant. But do the math, 61 from this year, okay? And for all those years, Dad had that dream in the inside of me, all those dreams. But I still struggle trying to find my place in this big world. Because a teenager coming into the world and leaving rural South Carolina to go to New York City, that was, it was shocking for me. And, you know, as time went, I struggled with a lot of things. I had a lot of disappointments, I had a lot of pain, a lot of heartache. I'm not going to go through all of that because, you know, that's in my first book I wrote. But I'm going to get to the meat of the matter, why I really came here. I really am a speaker that's passionate about women. Not that men are wrong, men, nothing wrong with men. But I have a passion. I found my passion because my passion was already in the inside of me. Because as a young girl, excuse me, I struggled with myself. And I saw how difficult it was. I did not have anyone to help me. I didn't. And when I look and I see how, not just young women, I see how old women, how we as women, we have a lot of problems. And we have a lot on the inside that we want to share, but we don't know who can I share it with? Who can I actually be honest? Who can I open up with? Who can I have confidence to know that this person will be able to take what I give them and keep it without it being all on social media. So when my Heavenly Father saw fit to direct my path and said, this is what you're going to do, because I'm going to do something different. After homeschooling my 3 boys for 19 years, I went to school to finish my degree in psychology. I wanted to go out there and start my career. I started it, got a job before I graduated. I only worked for 1 month. And you guys say, why? Because I was not doing what God called me to do. So I heard, settle down to your book and your business. I said, okay, fine, I'm settled. But being the stubborn woman that I used to be, I said, I'm going to pull one over him. Okay. I'm going to try this again. So here it is. I applied for another job. Got the job. I'm good to go now. God is not good know this. I worked 2 weeks and 2 days. Had to quit, had to resign. Because he said, concentrate on what I want you to concentrate on. I said, but Lord, why are you allowing me to go to college? Why are you allowing me? I suffered. I said, you know the nuts I sat. I had to explain to him because he didn't understand what I went through. I thought. He said, I've only allowed that to happen in your life to let you see that there's nothing lost with me. That which you give to your family, your children. He said, you thought that he said, I don't allow you to have to do this, but I have something greater for you. So the greater thing he had for me is words. He's given me a lot of words. And he said, I want you to take these words, write these words that women will be able to read these words to encourage them. So I'm passionate about women. And I'm going to let you guys know that everything starts with one thing. I'm here. It all begins here. Right here. As women. How many of you all, how many women have looked in this today? When you get up in the morning and you go to the bathroom, what's in the bathroom? This would be deceive. I mean, you slept all night long. And when you wake up, mine is right, and it's right up the vanity. And when you open your eyes and you see, whoa. This is in front of me. So have you ever wondered why they put the mirror in the bathroom? Why not the kitchen? The garage? Somewhere else in the house, but it's right in that bathroom. It's the first thing you look in the morning and the last thing you look at night. And I remember my little granddaughter, she loves the mirror. She comes in here and she will look and she just smiles and she says, I'm so beautiful, and this is this, and she twirls around, and oh, grandma this, and grandma this, and she just loves the mirror. But this, it affects our lives as women. Because when we have our children, and that baby is moving around, he starts crawling, she starts crawling. The first word we normally tell that child is what? No. No. Got it. No. We tell them no because it's a good no. Because we're trying to protect them from harmful things and teach them, oh, that's bad, baby, no. But after a while, when you continually hearing that word no, when you're trying to pursue, become a veterinarian, become an artist, a poet, or whatever career field that you want to journey down. You hear no, you hear the words no, you can't, you shouldn't, don't stop. You're not good at, you're a loser, it's not going to happen. So what happens, and what happens now, and I'm going to show you something. I like to do like little illustrations. So, and when I look in this mirror, I'm like, oh my God, I am so beautiful. I am so special. I can do great things. I'm going to take this world by force. But after hearing all the words, give me a negative word. No. No. Can I have another word?
Disappointment.
What about another one? Can't. What about another?
No.
Another.
Shouldn't.
Another.
Tomorrow.
Another.
Manana.
Can't spell that one. Ugly. What else? Can you guys think of any more?
Old.
Give me one more.
Unattractive.
Unattractive. Okay.
Long word.
It's a long word. So now, I look in the mirror now, what I see,
A lot of negativity.
I can't.
Why?
Why?
Why should I? Because they say that, you guys said I couldn't, but I just said I could and I was special. But they said, you guys said that I shouldn't, that I'm ugly, and I can't, and I'm old, and I should stop and go forward. So now, that which I had inside me, the dreams, those dreams are no longer there anymore. I stifle them. I suppress them. I push them down because why? You guys, they say I can't. So when I look in the mirror now, I don't see beauty. I see something that's ugly and disappointing. Something that's a failure. Something that can't. So I put my mirror away. Because what I did, I took the perspective. I did. You guys changed my perspective, my whole outlook on life. How I thought life was going to be for me, it's just totally different. And one day I think, I said, maybe I should. I can. Yes, I can. I'm going to do it. I'm doing it. But I'm fearful. I'm still fearful because maybe I can't. I'm going to do it today. Yes, I am. I'm going. I am going to get this job today. Yes, I'm going to get it. And even if I do step out to get it, I'm going to shortchange myself because I'm going to settle for less. I want to get married, but I don't know this guy. I don't think he's, even I know he's the right one that God has for me, but I don't think I'm good enough for him. I'll settle for him. He'll be okay. So I find myself selling for less. Okay? And I remember when I was a child in South Carolina, my sisters, siblings, and cousins, we were always, back then, people, businessmen used to drive around vehicles and sell insurance and whatever business they had, they would do that. And so as the different cars come in the neighborhood, me and my sisters, we would pick, I like him. I want the insurance man. Oh, no, I want this guy over here. I want this one. And I was a little girl. And my husband's not aware of this. This just came back to me this morning. And I was a little bit, and they picked all the nice looking men. And here comes this little truck. And this guy, this little old man in his truck. And I said, no, I'll take the Dixie cleaner man. He was the laundry man. and so I say I like to say yes. Because I felt that everyone else was taken. I didn't have any other choice but to take this old, grumpy little old man. But now look at it now. Hey, laundry man, he's making a lot of money. Think about it. Okay? So sometimes we have a tendency of selling for less as women. Now, in my book, and I'm not, in this is my new book, Rise Strong, Shine Bright. This is what happened to the character. Her name is Bethesda. And like I tell everyone when I talk about my book, I am not selling or promoting a book. Because if it was about the book, I would have stopped with the first book I read. This is the third book I read. It's about a change. That's what this book is all about. In this book, this young lady, she has everything together. She had everything together. She was very successful. But one thing she felt that her biological clock was ticking. She had to get Mr. Right before time. And I'm not going to the story. So to make a long story short, she hook up with this guy, life became miserable. Her life turns upside down. He literally almost destroyed her until she came to the knowledge of the truth. And I'm just going to read a portion of the book, but she was all tattered, she was torn, and she was miserable. This chapter is called Kintsugi. It says that Bethesda moved around the house doing her daily chores, but she was still thinking about how hard things were with Daniel and how much debt he was getting into. As she walked down the hallway, she got a quick glimpse of a scary image in a mirror. It was a face she didn't know, one that looked sad and hopeless. She walked back the way she came, her shaky steps echoing through the empty hallways. Her heart beat hard in her chest, and she took short gasps of air. She stood in front of the mirror again and slowly raised her eyes to look at the face she didn't know. Even though it was her own image, she felt like it was someone else's. Her pain had turned her once bright eyes dark, and she had stopped smiling a long time ago. Her cheeks were still stained with tears, and her lips trembled with the feeling she had been hiding for far too long. But Bethesda just couldn't keep going. She couldn't handle the shock or the fact that she had changed so much that she didn't even recognize herself. She broke down in front of the mirror and cried as her shoulders shook and tears ran down her face. Her cries filled the empty house and echoed through the rooms as if she was pleading for salvation from the depths of her despair. In that moment of weakness, she had to face the harsh fact that she was no longer herself. Her battles and sacrifices had buried the woman she used to know, the one with hopes and dreams. It was a scary discovery that made her feel a lot of emotions she hadn't felt in a long time. But Bethesda contemplates the choice she has made and wonders if she could have done things differently. She longs for the strength and resilience she once possessed, the ability to face life's hurdles with grace and determination. As the tears kept coming, Bethesda made a solid promise to rediscover the person she used to be and heal the wounds that had torn her apart. She now imagines herself as a pottery bowl that has been smashed into many pieces and strewn across the road, with each piece representing a piece of her old existence. Every day that goes by feels like another car running over her, shattering her spirit even more. She wonders if she'll ever be able to put those broken pieces back together again. It will be like assembling a shattered ceramic bowl. It will take time, patience, and careful effort. She acknowledges that she can't do this alone and needs to find the courage to seek help, to open up doors she trusts, and to accept that although she's afraid of what lies ahead, she can't keep living like a stranger within. Battered, bruised, and lonely, there still remains a glimmer of light that tells her she can find her way back to the strong, vibrant woman she was. More determined than ever, she made up in her mind not to allow her life to be defined by the shattered pieces on the highway. Instead, she will use those broken fragments as a foundation for growth and transformation. She will reclaim her identity, her dreams, and her aspirations, no longer sacrificing herself for the sake of others. As she steps away from the mirror, Bethesda carries with her the strength to face challenges, to reveal her life, and to embrace the journey of self-discovery and healing. In her quest for healing and self-discovery, she stumbled upon the ancient Japanese art of kintsugi, which is the practice of repairing broken pottery with gold or silver lacquer. She made the decision to apply the kintsugi technique to her life. She used it as a metaphor to represent the process of picking up the shattered pieces of her discouragement, emptiness, low self-esteem, and loneliness. She started by admitting that she was broken inside and that life had left her with scars and wounds. And I'm going to stop right there. So what happened to her? Her life, because of the decision she made, her life was shattered. Her life was all in pieces. She looked in the mirror, and this is what she saw. She saw this. This was her life. In pieces. She could have made the choice to remain in pieces, or she could do something about it. And I'm going to go back to me. Reason why I didn't accomplish a lot of things I wanted to do, because of the no's. My turning point in my life came one day when I was cleaning the house, and I was just dusting off all the certificates and all the awards, and I was seeing all the success of my family, my sons and my husband. At first it didn't bother me, because I'm like, yeah, I was there. I helped them. 20 years military service, dedication, civil service, 19 years homeschooling, whatever my boys wanted, mother was there. My life was dedicated totally to them. So their success was my success, which I thought. But after I stood there and I pondered it, it hit me. And I cried, I said, I have nothing. I said, for 50 some odd years on this earth, I have nothing. I have not accomplished anything, because I saw what they accomplished. I look at all my friends, I look at family members, and the more I thought about the success, the worse it got for me. The tears came down. I felt empty, I felt broken, I felt incomplete. I was in pieces. And I had one of those, what I call a breakdown moment. BD, when you just have that moment where I just cried. And I just wept. And after a while, I had to come to the crossroad of a choice. Either I'm going to continue wallowing in my misery, or I'm going to pick myself up. Yeah. And you guys, guess what I did? So what Bethesda did, even though this was her life, the pieces, the little knots, you got this little clip and all this stuff here. This is thread, needles and pins, and she decided to take all these things and she put it together, and what she did. She created something beautiful. Out of challenges in her life, she created something beautiful. And that's what I'm here to encourage you ladies. When I don't see this, even this looks like this, but you know, this looks bad. But in a way, is it really? It's bad if I'm looking at the perspective I look from, it's bad. But when I look at it from a different perspective, I can take the same colors and I put these colors together, but look how beautiful it is. So I encourage that to know. I'm going to raise you. No, you're not going to tell me. You're not going to tell me no. Don't. Later. Can't. and she's going to be fearfully and wonderfully made, and I'm going to use her, and she's going to be beautiful, and she's going to use words to encourage and to inspire and to motivate and to uplift, and she's going to continue moving forward. So to put it all in a nutshell, ladies, even though your life may be shattered, may be in pieces, you can take it. You can make something beautiful. It's what you believe. It's time now that you understand that do not allow what others think about you shape your life. Shape your destiny. Wherever you are, there's always room for growth. Well, look, I feel like I'm successful. It's good, but there's always another level you can reach. There's always something else different. And similar, listen, the mirror does not lie. When you look in this mirror, if there is food, you guys have got to eat. If there's food on you, if you've got ketchup on your face up here, dude, and you look in this mirror and it says, it's not there. The mirror doesn't lie. It tells the truth. And it's time to actually look in the true mirror and see ourselves the way how God created us. Every last one of you here, you all are beautiful in the inside. And it's time for that beauty to come out. And it's time for those dreams that's dormant, that's sitting, is to start moving forward. God allowed me to deal with women. And this one woman in particular, I'm going to wrap it up. She was so, I said, what do you see when you look in the mirror? That's the first question I always ask a woman. She says, I see something ugly. I wasn't expecting that. And I said, okay. Well, let's go on. And she said, yes, I think I'm fat. I think I'm ugly. I said, but you're not. Like that. But God allowed me to work with her. She wrote the poem for this my book. And now, this month, her new book, From Grief to Victory, is getting ready to be published on Amazon. This is the woman who said she was fat, she was ugly, she did not feel that she was worth anything. So I'm encouraging you ladies, okay? Take the true mirror out, look in the true mirror. And I want you guys, can you pray each one of us, please? Okay? Because I want you